We're going to practice today here, and we kind of maybe had plans leaving in the morning, but our practice time got moved up before noon tomorrow, so we're going to leave about 5 today, get down there later and have a dinner, and then kind of start our process. I guess all the practices are going to be held at Vanderbilt, and then you get about 40 minutes at Bridgestone tomorrow for shooting time in the afternoon. And then obviously being with the late game on Thursday, we're going to have plenty of time on Thursday to prepare for South Carolina. We expect a really hard-fought game. I know that team is very, very capable. Obviously, you know, Frank's coaching ability speaks for itself, and so we have to be at our best. I thought we had a really good practice yesterday, and hopefully have good energy this afternoon.
All right, Parrish, start us off.
Hey, Kermit, we've seen your guys this year play some really good basketball and string together a couple of wins and then have a letdown. What do you feel like they need to have to find consistency that they'll need for a run in Nashville?
Yeah, you know, you just can't let your guard down. Your best players have to play, Parrish, and they just got to keep playing, and you've got to, you know, knock on wood, stay out of foul trouble, avoid some, you know, little injuries, and then a guy like Sammy Hunter, you know, who had a big game against Kentucky. You need one of those guys to emerge, you know, and to kind of put together maybe some stats better than they've played. And you know, I feel confident. I mean, obviously a lot of teams can win a lot of games. We all can lose in the first round. That's just part of it in this league. But I think everybody is, you know, is prepared to hopefully try to have a run in Nashville, and we need to win some games there.
Go to Ben.
Kermit, you've talked often about the consistency of this team in practice and how they've been pretty much the same team no matter what, wins or losses and streaks or not. But with the team now knowing what the stakes are going to Nashville, what it takes to get in the NCAA tournament, do you see a different type of mood about them, the way they're carrying themselves?
Not really, you know, Ben. We took off Sunday. We had great energy yesterday. We didn't do any physical things yesterday. It was really kind of skill development, but about an hour they're just, you could tell, they had a lot of bounce in their step. They were looking forward to coming to the gym. We'll do some more physical pockets of things today, but about an hour and 20 minutes, and kind of, you know, look right at South Carolina and start preparing for those guys. But you know, I do think it does take some consistency to win 7 out of 9, and probably besides Alabama and Arkansas, that's probably the third best 9-game streak in the SEC. That's saying something. So our guys have, you know, we hadn't been perfect, but I think it just shows the league that anybody can beat anybody in the league, and that's why we're going to have great preparation and prepare for a good South Carolina team.
Nick, go ahead.
You talked about the long wait till the game Thursday. Do you like playing the late game because it's more like what you do during the season, or would you rather get it out at 11 like some of the early games?
Yeah, you know, I mean, I think like all of us, you know, probably the guys over 60 want to play an earlier game. You know how that goes, Nick. You know, I think KJ loves the 8 o'clock games. Then I have some guys, they like 4 o'clock games. But one thing, you said it right, Nick, we're used to it. We've played a lot of 8 o'clock games this year. We've had some success in 8 o'clock games, so we have a routine that we go through. We won't deviate from it. We'll let them sleep in a little bit later. We have kind of certain time for film, and we probably won't go to the arena that day. As far as like Vanderbilt, we'll do our game day preparation probably in the hotel, and we've done that 2 or 3 times. And but I think our guys, they're used to that 8 o'clock routine.
Good, John.
Kermit, what was your reaction to the DeVontae news, first team All-SEC?
Yeah, I was just so excited for DeVontae. I was just proud of him to watch him grow, you know, and it's the first time that he's been on a postseason All-SEC team of any kind, and so well deserving. He played so well down the stretch. Great teammate. I know our players will be happy for DeVontae, so he was excited. I was very excited for him. But the best thing is that it was very well deserved, and I think he knows that we still have a lot of work ahead of us.
And how would you kind of describe, you've mentioned it before in the past briefly, but how would you kind of describe what your relationship with him is like?
You know, I just think when you spend 3 years with a guy in a locker room every single day, and you coach him every day, and I always equate it to families. You know, you raise your children, I raise mine. It's not all hugs every single day. There's got to be, discipline and different things that happen, and just to watch him mature and grow into a great young man. He came from a great family. What really I'm so proud of, I know his family is that, he's right there to graduate on time in May. And so you think about it, if a guy can make first team All SEC, he graduates on time, now he's got a chance to lead his team into postseason play. That kind of checks the boxes for having a great senior year.
Go to Ben.
I sound like a broken record here, Kermit, but about the bubble, when you look at y'all's resume and really dive into the numbers, to be where you are, does it not feel like with 8 quad ones and the way y'all finished the season, that used to matter? What is the criteria that you think they're looking at, or you're hearing about what they're looking at as far as what you might have to do when you do go to Nashville?
Yeah, because, Ben, you look at it. I mean, we had the big tournament, the Cayman gets canceled. Some opportunities there. The Memphis game here got canceled, so we missed that opportunity. So, a lot of it has to be on conference play. We play in one of the very best leagues in America, and, I think us in Missouri has 9 quad 1 wins. We have 8 quad 1 and quad 2 wins combined. We have 8, is the second most in that group from 40 to 70. You think about it, there's 3 teams in college basketball. Gonzaga's 4-0 against ranked teams. Florida State's 3-0, and we're 3-0. So that's a pretty elite group that we're in. And, so our team has done some good things. Now, do we have to go win games? Yeah, we know we need to go win games. But I think we're right there in the middle of it again. And but we all know that we've got to go to Nashville and play well.
Back to Nick.
Carolina turned you guys over a ton of times the first time you guys played. Just from reevaluating the tape, what do you guys need to do better to kind of stop that from happening again?
Yeah, we had 21 turnovers. I think only 10 or 11 assists. We didn't. The ball security, especially late game, wasn't very good. We'd gotten up as many as 18. It's been kind of our nemesis the last 3 or 4 games, Nick. We've played some good spots, but we talk about it a lot. And assisted turnover, live ball turnovers, not getting them in transition. Points off turnovers are critical, so that's something that will be greatly emphasized over the next couple of days.
Back to Parrish.
Kermit, I had a connection glitch a minute. Have you mentioned KJ and his health?
Yeah, he's doing great, Parrish. Thanks for bringing it up. He was 100% yesterday, and I think the day off really helped him. And so yeah, he was just in a lot of pain that night, and but he's back, and we expect him to be 100% on Thursday night.
How about health in general? Anybody else with any kind of injuries, anything might slow them down?
No, knock on wood, Parrish. We're all in good shape. One of our staff members, Thomas Gray, won't make the trip because of COVID, and but it didn't socially trace to anyone. So, we wish Thomas, great health as we're traveling, and he's a big part of our team and our staff. And he wasn't there for senior day. But everybody else, like I said, I knock on wood every time, Parrish, to wish good health and stay healthy for our team.
Thank you.
Go to Reggie.
Hey, Coach, a couple weeks ago, DeVontae had that big performance here in Columbia. You know how Frank thinks. How do you think he'll try to go about trying to neutralize him this time around?
Yeah, DeVontae was terrific there, and but I think they're going to come at him. They've got physical guards in Lawson and Cousinard, and those guys are I think DeVontae is he's played the other night against Kentucky, and they double teamed some ball screens, and what he did is he deferred, and I thought he had one of his best floor games. And so, but a lot of teams have tried to make it tough on DeVontae all year long, and I think we're going to expect a real physical challenge at all the spots Thursday night.
Go to Tyler.
Kind of a general question here, Coach, but what in particular has this specific group of men taught you throughout the season as a coach?
Well, I respect them so much as any team I've coached, because they've been a really good practice team, number one. But I know what they've gone through off the floor, and you're not a normal student, and you're not at the square, and you're not doing normal things socially with the student body, and what you've done all year long to get yourself to these games, and then to go out and to play as hard as they have for all season long with limited fans in the stands. It's a credit to our players and a lot of players, men and women, in college basketball. So I have a great respect for them, and I know they're excited. It's just great to think that 6 months ago, we played all 18 SEC games. We are going to have an SEC tournament, and everybody's excited. There is going to be an NCAA tournament and postseason, so happy for our players.